Hello, everybody. This is Pam, and excuse the mess. It's just on my seat. I just want to report back. Remember, I told you about the $100 bill. I went to the bank today, and I asked them. I said, "Can you check this for me?" And they checked it. It says, "It's good." I said, "Really?" I said, "Yeah, it's good." I'm like, "Wow." Because coincidentally, okay, and I think the YouTubes or whatever they hear what you're talking about. So on the side of my PC, I get the local news and like Chicago news. That's what I get all the time. And so there was a story about local suburbs in Chicago. So I don't live that far from Chicago. They found there was a rash of fake $100 bills. That's what it got me thinking. And so that's what got me thinking, well, maybe this is fake, maybe this is not a real $100 bill. So I went to the bank and they tested it and they said, no, it's real. It's real. So, and the reason why I thought it might be unreal is because the thinness of the bill, I said, it feels so thin, it just seems like it was just maybe into circulation or something, but it's, so whoever lost it, I feel sorry for you, but, even if they call me, I'd still have it. It's not like I don't have the money, I'd give it back. Now, I'm not going to give it back if I don't get any, information, like it calls within, like, if I get a call in a week or two, I don't know. You have to prove it. I don't know how you can prove it. You have to prove the day that you lost it. And for somehow, I don't know how they would prove it, except show me if they were there at that day. And I'd give it back, but I haven't gotten any calls. I'm very, I would give it back because I've been in that situation. I've lost money before, and like $100 is a lot. So anyway, enough with that. And then my doctor called, a doctor's nurse, and had a very nice conversation with her. We talked about 20 minutes. I tell you, she could have been like a friend of mine. I felt really close to her, like we were like, what you call vibing, like I could, like I was talking about, she's telling me my numbers are good and the doctor likes what he sees. He told me just continue on with the medication, with the metformin, which I know he just wants it down to 5.6, my A1C, which is okay. I could deal with that. It's just like, 4 more points to go down, and then it's at normal level. And my numbers are good, and even my hemoglobin has went up. My iron is good, and the only number that's kind of funky is that one, and that's going to always be like that because things change. When you change your body, your things are going to change. And you might be pre-anemic, or you might be anemic, become anemic. So it's just the way it is. So, but she was really nice. We were talking about struggles. I was telling her about my keto intermittent fasting, and she really didn't know much about it. She said she's heard about it, and she tried the Atkins, but it didn't work for her. And I told her, not all diets work for everybody. It's, for me it worked. But even Atkins worked really well. And that's basically how I do my keto, based on Atkins, but a little bit more strict. But like I told her, I said, sometimes I can't do calories, and maybe you can't do carbs. I know nothing about calories. I don't even want to deal with them. I dealt with them before with Weight Watchers, and I never understood it. I just it just didn't work. But it would work for somebody else, I'm sure. But anyway, that was that. I'm on my way now to the vet to pick up guys medication and prednisone, and then I have to go, and hopefully by the time I get done here, the compounding vet because they have to make up his medication, can come up with they'll be done with the Cyspride. He is doing so well. I mean, I saw today, I mean, it sounds crazy to talk about, but he's actually going to the bathroom. I mean, I wish Dr. Levin, my doctor was Dr. Levin, was her name, was still in practice. I think she would be so happy to see this. You know, he's doing so good. And, but I do think I think being on all that medication was just way too much. I think it was just way too much for his system. And now it's just like a pill in the morning, and that's the prednisone, and at night he takes it in the morning and evening, the Cyspride, because it, you know, encourages bowel movement, you know, because that's part of his issue. He doesn't use the bathroom, and you know, what can you do, right? You gotta go to the bathroom, and that's how we end up in trouble, you know, is if he doesn't go to the bathroom. So he's doing really good. I mean, I'm hoping every time I see him not eating, it freaks me out, because that's the start of it, you know. He doesn't want to eat. And I'm like, nope, we got to do this. You got to eat. So I walk away, I put the food there, and, you know, oh, I'm going to eat it. And I come back, and I let the door open, and he gets a chance to run around to see if there's any other cat food, which there's not. And he'll go and eat his food all. And that's important. Now, you might think, well, why do you want to force him to eat? Somebody had said that. You don't understand. That's all he gets. He doesn't. It's not good for him to eat twice a day, because he'll lose weight. And it seems to me it's like a sliding thing, you know. Once he starts losing weight, it just is, things start happening. So he's in a good place. I'm glad of that. And Hercules didn't want to eat this morning. I think he wanted to get out and play, but that, you know, I had things to do. I will, when I go back home, I'll of course let him out. I don't know that I'm going to go to Hobby Lobby. I know I'm not. It's 11 o'clock already, and I'm not going to go to Hobby Lobby today. Tomorrow, I'm going to definitely do that. I don't have anything planned for tomorrow. I'll have the medicines. Maybe it won't be today. Maybe the other one won't be today. The Cyspride, because they do have to mix it up. It's a specialty sort of thing. And but I can go tomorrow. You know, I think I have enough for today and tomorrow. And I can go to Hobby Lobby. And I kind of like to do things on Friday. You know, I wanted to do on Wednesday. I forgot I had a doctor's appointment. Thursday, I had every other part of running around. You know, no, today I had every other things that I need to get done. I need to pick up this medicine, because if you go on a Saturday or Sunday, it's a clinic. They're open, but they charge you more. Not that much. I mean, it would never bother me so much to pay that little extra to be able to come on a Saturday or a Sunday, but I would rather go Monday through Friday. I like my Saturdays and Sundays kind of be open to do if there's something I would like to do. I don't really have that much. My life isn't all that, but you know, I like to keep the option open if something ever comes up. You know, it is becoming more fall. It's the 15th of September. And I love September, I love October, and I love most of November too. Actually, I do love November. I love November as well. December, I like December. Yeah, I like December too. September, October, November, and December are my favorite months. Okay. Now, January is just so dark cold sometimes, or it's just weather's just weird. And not so much, but I don't hate it. I like January more than I like August or July. Don't like July so much, unless I'm going somewhere. And I like August because it's Elvis week, and I can go there. I'm looking forward to it. I put that I'm going to put that $100 when I get home, because now I know it's real. I'm going to put that towards my trip. I mean, I want to stay in the guest house. That's very expensive. But, I might not, because, I think it's like $200 a night. I mean, it's just going to be me. But it's like Elvis, it's like, it's not Elvis. It's right next door to, I think, is it next door to Graceland? Yeah. And you could, it seems like it would be like the safest place to be in Memphis. Because I don't care what people say. I've read, and I've been to different channels. They talk about, Graceland and stuff like that. And they say, well, Graceland and Memphis is not that safe. Okay, maybe it's not that safe, but neither is Gary, Indiana, neither is Chicago, Illinois. If you hear on the news all the time, something's happening, okay? But I would think, and this just is my stupid thinking, okay? What do they call it? Stinking thinking. If it's like Elvis Week or any big place where there is an activity where people are visiting from out of state, it's going to be a little bit safer. They're going to have a little bit more police protection, and I refuse to believe that they just, I'm not saying that crimes don't happen. Of course they do, and maybe they're a little more lax on criminals. I don't know, in Memphis. I've heard that, but I do think that probably if you're going to Elvis Week or you're going to by Graceland, it's a little more protected. I would just dare to guess. I don't know them. I have never had a problem. Never, not once have I had a problem. I've had a problem with rooms. Yes, I have. I've had a problem with rooms. I got a room. Actually, we weren't even in Memphis. We weren't in Tennessee. We were in, where is it? Was that Mississippi, maybe? Arkansas? I'm not sure. It was right over the border, and we had a room there. And it was horrible. And it was just, my friend and I, she went with me, and the toilet was stopped up. It was just crappy place, so I wouldn't go there. When I go on vacation, I like to stay in a better place, because it's better than I come from, you know what I mean? So yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. Hopefully things work out. And there's no reason why I can't go. Yeah. Oh, it said Oktoberfest, 23rd and 25th through the 25th of September, which is in about a week. I never understood, why is Oktoberfest the week before, before October? I never understood that. Like, October is the month. I don't get it. I would like to have some breakfast, but I didn't have none this morning. I just have coffee, and I've drank that mostly all. So, I don't know. I want to get some lunch meat. I have a taste for a sandwich. And unfortunately, nobody ever has, like, if you want to go somewhere and get a sandwich, it's never keto bread. It's just regular bread. And, I don't want regular bread. Why do that? I would like to have a sandwich, though. So I think that's what I'll do. I'm going to try to... I could have BLT, but I don't have no L or T. Lettuce and tomato. I'm not far. This vet is really kind of far out. It's quite a ways. It's not... It's as far as the other one was. Where I used to go to. But it's just... It's in Indiana. The other one was in Illinois. really nice. I mean, they are very nice, and but they don't have the same things like Dr. Levitt used to have. She could fill your medications. Boom, she had everything. You know, never had I had to go to another event except one time when Ginger was taking that for the hypothyroid, whatever you call it, and I had to go to a regular pharmacy because that was really a human drug that she was taking. But she was really always had everything, you know, like if you needed this, except no food. That's where I used to have come an issue. Like they never had the food, and that's how I ended up with a guy taking the venison, and it worked out. True, costly, very. It's so much more expensive, you know, like $50 more, you know, every 8 days or something, but 6 to 8 days, you know, and but then all of a sudden she couldn't get it, so it was a problem. Yesterday and even this morning, I woke up and I'm so tired in the morning. It's like my limbs are like, I'm just really, really tired. Like, I don't know, I think it might be a vitamin deficiency. I probably need to start taking something because it's just exhausting. Like, oh my God, you know. But then as the day goes on, I'm okay. But like this morning, I woke up and I'm like, man, I don't feel good. You know, I feel really tired. And after I got up and got moving, I felt better. My legs felt like they were, like I was retaining water. But I don't see that happening, you know. I mean, I don't, you know, I weigh myself every day and the weight isn't coming up. If I see weight coming up and there's no explanation for it, I mean, and being honest with myself, then there's another problem going on. Retaining water is never good because I do take a diuretic with my blood pressure pill, but I haven't taken it. But yeah, I don't see why I would be retaining water. So I don't know. I think it's just the way I lay down. Maybe it's just, you know, I'm almost here. I think I am almost here. Yeah. It's kind of out in the country sort of thing. Yeah, I'm almost here. I always come right up on it, you know, like real quick. You have to go around kind of like in a circle to get there because their parking lot is kind of behind another building. So it's crazy. But I like it, you know, I don't mind coming out here. I just don't really want to have to do this in the winter because it's like a little farther out. As Pink Fairy would say, it's in the country. Yeah, I guess this would be considered in the country, but it's a nice vet. It's, you know, not the same as my other one. Not as same, not at all. But anyways, I'm going to go now. I want to thank you for watching my video or listening to it, and y'all have a great day. Bye.